Good morning. We are in the veggie patch. This is the house and here vegetable garden. There is something which I want to explain to you regarding my vegetable cultivation. So here you find the rows of vegetable. There is something special in this rows. There is not much soil as you see the heaps. Underneath is a big heap of arecanut husk which was 1 year old. After 1 year, after rainy season, it gets sucked with a lot of water. It becomes soft, and the heap which was lying there, I just got it and spread over in a row. Over that, I initially put little bit soil and put the seeds. Then when it started coming up, as the seed getting sprouted and as they are getting into the plants, I started giving more and more soil to the base to make them sturdy. So this is actually very hard surface where we have put laterite stone pavement. Over that, only this much of area is the vegetable growing or root spreading zone. Over that, we try to grow multiple cropping system here, multiple vegetables. Not a single variety of vegetable is having in the periphery of the other one. What I mean is, if this is cabbage, the previous one is amaranth, the next one is okra, and this is cauliflower. This is a kind of ocimum. This is marigold. And this is again cabbage, radish, long beans, and that is how the rows go on. From the 21st day onwards, I have started harvesting the amaranth from the just nipping off the tips, and that's how it comes like a bush. Why there is no pest infestation here is because it's number one, it is they themselves are in a variety, so they themselves control what is it called, multiple cropping system, wherein you have the minimum problem. And along with that, you see many birds. Can you just see those trees that the birds are just waiting there to come pounce here and to catch the pests? Yeah, so that is another beauty of this system. See, it's a cauliflower plant. You know, cauliflowers are very much attracted for the butterflies. They come, the moths, butterflies, they come and lay eggs and they hatch. And the cauliflowers, the flowers during the flowering stage itself, they are eaten up by a lot of larvae of different these pests. So there is our friend. See here, I don't want to disturb him. This is our friend, which really helps us eating up these pests which disturb, and it acts as a good predator. Advantage of marigold is they are pest repellent, and this ocimum, what you see here, it has also started flowering, and this is also pest repellent. We call it kamakasturi. It's a variety of a species, something like ocimum. The smell is beautiful. At the same time, it repels some of the pests also. In earlier days, they used to grow this marigold and ocimum together, mix it with other vegetable patches. We have different colors of amaranth, red, green, multiple, variegated, so many kinds of amaranth. So you find the chili bed here and also the amaranth. This amaranth I have already nipped some 2-3 times, and the chili for regular consumption at home here, and this is a little different in color. So this, unlike these vegetable beds, they live longer for 1.5 to 2 years. The chili beds are there. That's why I have not put chilies in those 4 beds. Only chilies are in this bed because this is at the fag end of our paved area, the front pavement. And here we keep this bed for a longer time. This will go for, this is already 1 year, 1.5 year old, and this may go for another maybe 6 months or so. So you see the tomato also here, the cherry tomato. The bigger varieties is not possible. We are not able to cultivate in this tropical climatic condition. So this cherry tomatoes come very well. So regarding the manure, which has a shorter life cycle, we have to give more and more nutrients. And here moreover, since the bed is very small and the roots cannot go deeper inside, we have to provide the nutrients more and more here. This is mainly grown with biocompost, Varanasi biocompost, and also I have added little bit of Varanasi blossom, super bloom, and also agromix also here, and some little bit of the leaves and some farmyard manure. For the vegetable cultivation, every week we have to provide the nutrients to the base, because as we go on harvesting, for example, this all the amaranth I have harvested, okra has been harvested, the long beans have been harvested so many times, and if you want to get more and more produce from these plants, we have to add more and more nutrients to the base. So the bed, even though it looks so broad and so just some near to a foot of height, it is very soft. You can see my legs going. It is very soft here, like spongy. See the sponginess. It's very spongy. It is not tight at all because it contains more of arecanut husk inside, underneath, than the soil. If it is only the soil, it becomes harder. So here, to make the roots go easily deep into the underneath, we have to add more of very lighter material, wherein the aeration and nutrients diffuse, everything will be very easy for the plants, because they are short-lived plants. Maybe in another 1 month or so, I have to remove this bed and make this area clean or go for one more round. On the sides and here and there, we have few Ceylon spinach also. This comes very easy. You need not give any nutrients also. Without any nutrient also, this grows very well. And it's a good combination along with the amaranth. We just can add sometimes. Too much of eating this one is also not good. Along with amaranth, once in a week or so we eat this. Yeah. Because they say it contains a lot of oxalic acid, which is not good. Generally at the end we have the Ceylon spinach here like this. There also at the end of the row, on all the sides in all the rows, at the end I have put the spinach, Ceylon spinach. And in the center it is not there because they are too robust in growing, very fast growing, and they will disturb the other crops. That is why only at the edges or the end they have. There are many varieties in okra. Our local varieties also there. People always prefer to grow local varieties in our South Canara area. That is the white variety, white and long variety. But I prefer this green variety because it is always, it is disease free. And it also branches from the base and all these. See, you can see the branches, and they already started harvested from here and all the places. So every day you can go for, not every day, every alternate day we can harvest. The day before, yesterday I have harvested, today they are ready to harvest. That is the beauty of green okra. I prefer green okra because there won't be any disease problem for green okra. I don't allow the amaranth to grow straight and then harvest. I start harvesting at the very young stage itself. That's why you can see the harvested areas here. Now it is ready to harvest. Today or tomorrow I will harvest. So the advantage is the pest problem is also very low in such cases, because you keep on harvesting. There won't be the very tender ones, not it's going very high. Since it is at the base itself, the pest problem is also comparatively less for the amaranth. So from the beginning itself, go on pinching the tips and use it in the kitchen. So it will come like a bush, beautiful like a bush, and you can harvest every once in 5 days. I harvest every once in 5 days. This variety is of long beans is called bush beans or bush long beans. The harvest comes all together at one stage. Once you harvest, then again it will take another 15 days for the next harvest. So the next harvest buds will be like this. While harvesting, you should be very careful to harvest them with a knife or a scissor, because these are the next buds which are going to become the long beans. They are very tender and it should not be hurt. Even with the jerk or a shock here given will just blow away the young tender blooming things. So while harvesting you have to just take a knife and separate it so that the bud will not get damaged. And in another few days these buds they will come together and the harvest will be next 15 days like that. Our cabbage, so winter vegetable, we can grow cabbages or cauliflowers here only during the winter season because this is a high humid tropical area. Rainy season we cannot and summer season we cannot. Only during the winter we grow the cabbages and cauliflowers. So this is the cabbage ready to harvest. It has already solidified, hard and ready to be used in the kitchen. So, and this is the second batch of cabbage which is still in the growing stage. Once the growth is completed, then the bulb will start coming, bulb formation will start. This one and this one are the next batch ones. This is the ones, yeah. So once I harvest, once this is harvested, then I will remove that. The whole thing I will pluck off the whole thing, root it off, and then I grow another vegetable there, so that bed will be used for further. This is one special variety of amaranth called Karyala amaranth. It has originally come for distribution from Karyala. Karyala Shivaram Bhatt was an artist, was a teacher and also a vegetable grower, I think. So we call this Karyala Harive or Karyala Amaranth. I couldn't get the seeds this year. Later finally one of our friends, Edward Rebello, he gave from Takode, he gave me the seeds, and these are the Karyala Amaranth. The speciality of this amaranth is, so even if it grows for some 3-4 months, it will not be fibrous, it will be yummy. The stem will be yummy, beautiful to edible with full of juice, and you can go on nipping and making use of it. So there are many varieties of amaranth like that. You can see the colors difference also, and you can nip off and keep on making them grow in a bush like way. Let's see this amaranth, for example. It looks like croton here. So these are the very tender ones which I am going to nip, and from then again the new shoots will come again, and this can grow even for a longer time. But that one is robust. It is Karyala amaranth is robust, it is juicy, it can grow tall up to 7 feet height. It can grow up to 7 feet height, but still yummy stem. This is a lizard which has already, doing its job of pest repelling or predator on different varieties of pests here. Can you see? It has come there to feed on different insects. As the older ones removed, we go for the new ones for planting. For example, this is a new cabbage which is just started, the second batch of cabbage. And this amaranth, because it is already, we have started removing the nips or the tender ones. That also, if it has to grow well, we have to give them the nutrients. So even at this stage, not for okra, I am not giving for okra. That is enough for okra. Whatever the nutrients it has, that is enough for okra. That is enough for marigold. That is enough for even this cauliflower which has already grown. But for this next batch of cabbage and the amaranth which is regularly harvested, and also new batch of radish, this is radish. For new batch of radish, all these things we are adding the nutrients. This is our Varnashi Super Bloom. It is very good for the vegetables and ornamentals and many other and everything, all the plants. So if I give Super Bloom this week, next week I give the biocompost. So like that every week, because the harvest has to go every alternate day. One or the other vegetables we harvest almost every day now. So if okra is harvested once in 3 days or once in 2 days, then alternate days we harvest long beans, then we harvest amaranth once in 5 days, and like that. So whichever is, we want more and more, then we have to give more and more nutrients to the basin. These are the amaranth which come by themselves. Even this also the Ceylon spinach, which was only at the ends of the rows, now you see everywhere because of the seeds. This amaranth also comes by itself. It is we call Swayambhu. I don't remove them. On the other hand, I nip them and use them. So you can see the things already nipped here, here, many places, multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all these are nipped ones. And we make it a bunch. So as they come by themselves also, by self-seeding, that can also be used. That is the beauty of these vegetables. Once they start growing, they only reproduce, they scatter there everywhere, and they produce the new ones. And this is called alternanthera variety. In the younger stage, before it starts flowering, we just take it, very tender ones, like this, and use it for the vegetables. These are the ones, if they grow up, then they become, see this one, this cannot be used now. This cannot be used. This is a weed actually. But at the tender stage, we can use this. This is already started flowering. Here it is no, still tender leaves. This can be used. So this is just added today. This is Varnashi Super Bloom. Last week I have added Varnashi Biocompost, and previous week I have added Varnashi Agromix. So every week, once in a week, I add our own manure here from the beginning, and only very little of the farmyard manure which I get from my worker here. So that I have added little bit, but its major is our Varnashi manures, different Varnashi manures like Varnashi Biocompost, Varnashi Agromix, Varnashi Super Bloom, and things like that. And the seeds used here for amaranth, long beans, okra, cherry tomato, then this thing, marigold, then what else? Other than cabbage and cauliflowers and radish, whatever the vegetables growing here are from our own seed bank. Those who are interested can try this, because we grow them and we whatever for the seed bank purpose we keep them, and it is given to the farmers. We some 50-60 people eat here every day for the lunch, all our workers, ourselves, and it's in one kitchen we prepare everything, all the food, and it is distributed to 4 different places and where everyone eats it. So these cabbages, whatever we grow, we utilize them. Whatever is, also it goes for our seed bank for our own consumption.